Welcome to Radio Chatter. We're Ventrax Off-Road, your go-to podcast for everything off-road in the UAE.
Each week we're out in a new location, deep in the dunes, high in the mountains, or somewhere completely off the grid, talking 4x4 news, off-road tips, gear reviews, and the wildest stories.
From sketchy recoveries to epic campsites, we cover it all, sharing real adventures.
Debating the best setups and figuring out what went wrong this time.
Hello,
So
salam
buckle
alaikum,
up,
my name is
down.
And let's get into it. This is Radio
You've
Chatter.
done this 1,000 times.
How's it? Welcome. Podcast number 4? 5?
No,
Is that a question mark?
Five.
5.
We've been quiet for a while.
Yeah, we have been. We've been busy. We apologize for being busy. Unfortunately, this time of the year is quite busy in the UAE. Everyone thinks it's kind of a slow down, but camping, I'm not talking about work, I'm talking about camping. Off-road.
That's slowed down?
Outdoor activities.
yeah, outdoor activities. So, yeah.
We're back. Ventrax is back.
Back to Radio Chatter podcasts.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you've got the name even.
Got the name.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It's called
Radio
Radio,
Chatter.
Chatter. Welcome to Radio Chatter.
Welcome back.
Say the
to
whole
Radio
thing.
Chatter.
Radio Chatter what?
Radio
Podcast.
Chatter.
Just
Say
radio
it
chat.
3 times real quick.
Radio Chatter. Radio Chatter.
Radio Chatter.
I even bought, you know the LED strip that's on the back of the car that's got the lights on it.
Yeah.
It's got the logo plumbed into it. So when we set these podcasts up, it's supposed to be set up. But next one.
Inshallah, so basically, see you again in 4 months.
But yeah, no, we're back. We've been super busy. We're going to touch on a few topics this event. We've got Mario here this week. Let's start with
I was
introducing
going to
him.
see how long we wait to introduce him to see if someone comments, who's this guy?
What,
Who's
like
this
live?
good-looking guy?
Live?
They'll be like, James has grown a little bit, hasn't he? Lost a bit of hair since the last podcast.
I'd rather lose hair than height, right?
Mario's joined us tonight. He's been... How long have you been living in the UAE?
I think almost 18 years.
19, 18 years. And you've been off-roading for
No, just maybe 6 or 7 years.
6, 7 years. And you drive...
Yes.
What do you drive?
Oh, I thought you were asking if I drive. Yeah, I do drive.
Got your license, yeah?
I drive a 2016 Tacoma.
Nice.
So
What was it that got you into off-roading? Like, this many years in the UAE?
I don't think I was ever interested in off-roading. I was never even interested in camping or anything. You know how you go through different phases in Dubai, you go through the nightlife, you go through all of that. And then at some point, so I've known a friend of mine, his name is Yannick.
Yeah.
And I've known him for now, maybe almost 14 years.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So we were like friends, we'd party in high school, university, whatever that is. But then he got an Xterra and he started going to the desert. I was like, you're an idiot. And I stopped seeing him. I didn't see him as often.
Yeah.
But then started seeing him a bit more, and then I remember what got me in actually is him crashing his Xterra. So we were on the dunes in Qudra. It was near Reem.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he's just like, oh, look at this. He just went over a dune a bit too quick. And then there was a dip, like a ditch at the bottom. And this front tire just skipped the whole sand and just hit the front radiator. And it's gone. The whole car was gone.
Ouch. You,
And then-
you did that recently, though, right?
Yeah, but luckily Bumper helps. And for me, it was the bushes, actually.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that, I guess. So I think since then, I was like, And then I remember seeing Tacoma on these American YouTubers. Obviously, we don't have it here.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I like that car.
Yeah. Your car's awesome.
Tacoma is not... It's not listed here. It's not GCC spec. You can't find it.
No.
Also, not the best idea in general to get a car that is not sold here. Parts aren't easy.
No. You've had a lot of headaches, right?
Yeah. I've had a water cooler burst. Sorry, an oil cooler, 2 of them. One for the engine, one for the actual transmission. I think it took me 3 weeks to ship it.
Oh.
And the thing is, there are people who have parts here. But for example, if I could buy the part brand new for, let's say, $300,
Yeah.
1,000 dirhams, 1,200, the guy at the scrapyard, something that's used is 3,500 for each one. Brother, I don't even need my car. I can pay rent for another car and then wait.
But it does sound cool, though. It's worth the headache.
It is.
It's a cool car. The rig, the way you've got it set up is really awesome.
It's a bit different.
You can't actually see it. It's here. You nearly got stuck pulling into camp. Well, pulling into.
Yeah,
the
because
thing.
someone ran in front of my car as I
Yeah.
was going uphill.
So it's there, but we'll do a walk around of it in a minute.
Right, so I like off-roading, I like dune bashing, but I also like being comfortable while camping. I'm not a big fan of sleeping on the floor with the sand, and then you've got the air mattresses which deflate as you're sleeping.
You're like Toby.
But you know what? This is actually an interesting point to bring up because for me, I don't want to go glamping, but I want to have like the creature comfort.
You're really close to glamping.
I know, I'm getting
Toby,
close.
what
But
was the conversation we had at RTC about Starlink? What was your reason for wanting Starlink in the UAE?
To bring a TV with me to play PlayStation.
While
Right,
camping.
so
Whilst
let
camping,
me counter this. Let me counter this
Yeah, okay.
because I had a projector which I lost recently.
Yeah, I saw this.
Then
in the
let's not
message
get into the
other day.
news. I don't want to talk about it. But if you were anywhere that had a little bit of like 4G, 3G, or even pre-downloading, literally Netflix, whatever you want. So I can imagine you bring a PS5, plug it into an outlet on the projector,
I get it for
download the game.
I get it for
chill.
one night, like to set up a special night, go out. It'd be kind of fun.
I wouldn't want it as a regular.
to play the PlayStation. We're on the RDC, and you're talking about how it'd be cool if we had
Yeah,
a
not that
PlayStation
night.
at
I
the
mean,
RDC.
you know, like we
sorry,
go
there's a
camping in
couple
the
of screws there,
mountains.
yeah.
We go camping in the mountains, and you know, we want to.
I think it's not worth it for one night as well. If it's like a 3-4 day camp potentially.
Yeah.
a
But like
beach
one
camp
night, I take
somewhere
the
nice.
projector for a movie. That's
Yeah.
easy.
Also, you have different
100%.
types of camps as well, right? Like if you go out just the boys and you want to play old school Call of Duty on the PlayStation
Which
on
would be
split
fun.
screen, would be kind of cool,
Yeah,
right?
but I mean, you can't play together, right? So what's
Yeah,
the point?
split screen. Yeah.
Like old school.
Okay, like zombies
Like
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah,
exactly.
zombies,
like
like-
World at War zombies.
Shout out to all the Call of Duty people that follow Tobes Shaw on TikTok.
Twitch. Yeah, exactly.
Twitch talk.
Yeah.
TikTok.
TikTok and Twitch.
Yeah.
You're on both.
Yeah,
I
watch World at War.
I only see one post a month.
Yeah, I just about get
That's
one
all he
post a
needs,
month.
though,
for that.
right?
Yeah.
Just keeps his
Yeah,
community.
he's not on his PlayStation
I let
that
my
much
community
anymore.
know.
He doesn't play that much.
Yeah, no, I don't have that
Toby,
much time to
we're
play
giving Toby
PlayStation.
a lot of crap right now because actually you've been camping 3 times this season.
Ooh, but I can't say much because I haven't been that much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've been busy. There's a difference.
I've been working.
You've been somewhat
I've
working.
been busy, yeah. But anyway, so going back to Mario's point though about kind of being comfortable when you go camping, that is one of the things. I think like it's so annoying. You wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning with an air mattress that has completely deflated. It's so irritating.
But
It
to
does
be
ruin
fair,
your camp. It
the
ruins
only
camp.
person still left with an air mattress is you, though.
Exactly. And on the RDC, I used one of Yaku's
Yes.
what are they, like stretchers?
Yes.
Game changer. I will be taking one of those.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, they're
Those
You
so
should
much
check.
better.
Check on the PDF file I share in the group with ARB's discounts during Ramadan
Honestly, Al Kabayel.
Timu.
No. I went to Al Kabayel the other day. They had amazing stretchers in there.
They have the
decent
stretchers
ones.
with padding
now.
already.
So
For pad-
ARB's
Yeah, I want the ones
stretcher,
with padding.
ARB's double bed stretcher is marked down from 850 to 350.
Okay, actually,
that's
double.
actually-
Okay,
that's
that's pretty
It's a
good.
double one.
If it's double, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't find double
Go
ones.
check that deal out.
It's actually down to 350.
Yeah, it's down to 350. I sent it in the group.
You don't need it. You've got.
You guys should
Howling
read
Moon.
my, you guys should
Yeah,
read my
yeah.
messages, by the way.
Yeah.
It's curious.
Huh?
Yeah, fair. You also understand that the fact that I have a rooftop tent and a drawer system, I don't
Yeah.
have a truck bed anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Like I've got a gap that I've made where I could fit in like my grill, camping chairs,
Yeah.
everything, but
Which
I can't.
is nice. But like that's how it should be set up because all your weight is pushed to the back, right? I put a rooftop tent on top of this car and suddenly I'm like,
No, so I agree.
leaning Tower of Pisa when I go
Yes.
off-roading, you know?
The benefit of having it on a truck without raising. So a lot of people would have this like triangular
Yeah, I've seen
structure
the raise
on the
yeah.
back where it raises the rooftop tent maybe above the height of the truck top.
Yeah.
And yes, I understand it is quite a nice thing to do, but if you're dune bashing,
Yeah.
quite counterproductive.
Yeah.
You're raising your center of gravity a good amount.
That's why they told us to remove everything for RDC.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not
Not
allowed.
allowed with a rooftop tent.
You're not allowed to compete with a rooftop tent.
Even if it was in this scenario, because personally, this helps me. When it's that low in the back,
Potentially,
I need
with
weight.
yours, potentially it'd be fine. It's more they don't want stuff on the roof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
They don't want, like they advise like no fuel on the roof. No, like they try and keep everything. They're like if you're going to mount fuel, put it on your spare wheel if you can. Like put it on the sides of the car. Try not to put it on the roof because there was a few things, but we're not going to touch on the RDC this week. Stay tuned for next week. We're going to talk about the RDC.
should
We're going to interview the like desert dudes, and
Yeah.
a couple
Yeah.
of other
Yeah.
people, maybe some guys in the desert.
We should maybe just hint at what it was.
yeah, maybe
Let's
we'll
just
get
hint
Anton
at
on.
what it
And
was.
if he's listening and he's watched this episode, then I'll get Anton on one of the podcasts.
That's fair.
That's
That's
good,
fair.
yeah.
But if he doesn't,
Yeah,
if he
he-
doesn't message me at this moment now when he's watching,
Yes,
it,
he has to
then-
comment at this time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Comment the timestamp that this is
Then-
mentioned.
So like
Then-
basically go in the past.
Then we'll see.
Yeah.
But, you know, we've been busy. We've been on a few trips. I recently did my first trip to Oman with Emma back in
December.
December, was it?
National
Was it
weekend.
was it where? To
National
Musandam?
weekend. Yeah, no, we went the other way to
The other Oman.
Muscat.
Right.
Yeah, we went into Muscat. The Dead Club 7 dudes organised the kind of whole thing.
Are you sure? Wasn't you the organizer?
Yeah, I helped. I did a lot of it. And
I heard you did everything and
Yeah.
then just piggybacked off
and I
it.
sent
Yeah.
it to Harry, and then Harry sent it out to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harry, if
yeah.
you're listening, he organized it.
But no, there was a really nice trip. It was well organised, and it was my first time going to Oman, and I could not believe the difference between
Fuel
Dubai
prices.
and Abu Dhabi, and then Oman. Like, just from the weather, from like the roads, just the landscape was like almost the same. You know, when you go to the Hajar Mountains, like suddenly you're driving through the desert, and then there's like big mountains. You're like,
Yeah.
oh wow, that's cool. Driving into Oman or like driving through like kind of the flat bits and the mountains, they're like triple the
Right.
size.
Did you notice that as soon as you cross into Oman, at some point, there's like to get into the main road or something from Muscat downwards, it's one massive mountain you have to go down.
Yes.
And it is truly horrifying.
Yeah.
On our cars.
Yeah.
Like my brakes are not really that happy, and my car's got weight to it, so I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah.
down. And then,
So it's not the
and then
driver
it's like,
that's adding the weight.
it depends on who we're talking about. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it could be.
It's Toby.
Then you need to add some weight in the back.
Yeah. I need to get weight balancing in the back of the Jeep.
Ballasting.
Toby sits and drive in the middle of it.
Yeah.
You're not that much better. Like I wish.
Yeah, come on, I'm the light.
But
I'm
I'm
the
proportionate.
lightest. I'm the lightest
To
out of
what?
the three.
I don't know about lightest.
Yeah, way light. You're like fucking 200 kilograms.
No,
You're like
yeah,
200
but
kilograms.
You have to get it's all about proportions.
It's all in the cock area.
But no, Oman was beautiful. The mountains were amazing, like coming through. So first night they'd organised for us to camp in Snake Canyon and went through, set up in Snake Canyon. It was late. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning by the time I got there. We pulled the rooftop. That was the first time I kind of really like actually properly appreciated having a rooftop tent. Like got there, just unfolded the tent, climbed into bed at 2 o'clock in the morning because we drove late after work. It was something. It was really nice to go in and set up. And then yeah, from there we headed then down, hit a few other mountain spots. Emma and I and a few of the
Right,
others.
can I pause you for a second?
Go.
I've realized that I've appreciated the rooftop tent the most. For example, do you remember when you went mountain camping?
Yes.
Don't have to worry about pebbles. Don't have to worry about rocks.
No.
Don't have to
So
worry
nice.
about scorpions.
Do you
Don't have to worry about anything.
Do you know my favourite little upgrade as well?
Don't tell me the lights.
I've got AstroTurf in the garden. I rolled up like a small square.
You put it on the
Astro-
stairs?
And I put
On the
it
ladder?
No, I put it on the bottom of the ladder.
Yeah.
I can stand on it. I can kind of get ready for bed and
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
all on that. Climb up into bed. Oh,
Yeah,
it's so
I think-
nice. I can
And
brush
you
all the pebbles
joke
off.
about me wanting to be more comfortable camping, and then you've got AstroTurf to give yourself a
Toby,
welcome mat on the way
He's
in.
just projecting.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
You
No,
know
it was
what
such
my
a
next
nice-
upgrade I really wanted to be? Like, forget the performance mods.
Go on.
I really want a fucking shower system.
Yes. Well, I thought you bought
What
one.
shower
I
system?
thought I bought one too. So I spoke with the guy. So they're being sold for like 1K, 1.4, 1.5. And then I go on Facebook Marketplace and a guy selling them for 450. Obviously Chinese.
Yes.
I don't really care.
Yeah, yeah.
I messaged him, do you have it? Yes, brother, I have it. Cool. When can I get it? Oh, it arrives next week. 4 months later, brother, it still hasn't arrived. But I cannot convince myself to pay 1.5K when I know I can get it for 400.
Yeah. So
Is
I
it
bought-
the metal?
It is the metal one that
the
looks like
thin
an awning.
ones? Yeah,
It
yeah.
looks
the
like an
thin-
awning. You
they-
just
yeah, they
open
look
it
good.
up.
Yeah, they
And
look
do you know the level of a game changer it could be?
Yeah.
Because
my
like even
sister's
if it's
got one on
cold,
my
you can
trailer.
shower
Yeah.
without any issues.
Yeah.
Like you just get your normal, like you know this golden pot you buy from Kabaya. Okay, so you
The
take
golden
that, huh?
The golden snitch.
The golden pot, like the kettle. Is it a kettle?
Yeah, kettle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pot. Whatever. The large ones, you know?
Yeah.
Fill it up with water, heat it up to like max, let it boil, and then go mix it with those 20-liter tanks. And then put your pump in it, and you're happy.
Yeah, okay, nice. Nice. I mean, I cold shower because I'm weird like that.
Yeah, but if I want to enjoy
It's
the
because
whole
that's the only option
experience-
you've got.
No, but I like
It's not a
cold. No,
choice.
even at home. Even at home.
Sorry.
Yes.
So Oman, we did
Oman
a
was
couple
great.
of.
We
a
did
couple of-
Muscat. We did a beach camp. Did some snorkeling on the beach camp. We did some cliff diving. That was awesome fun. And
Was the water okay?
yeah, water was nice and cold. I was a guinea pig to see if it was deep enough. should we say.
That's why I'm asking, is the water okay? Like, was it okay after you jumped on it?
It was okay.
Did it get hurt?
Yeah, I got hurt.
That's okay.
But no, it was awesome fun. A great, like my favourite camp trip thus far. I'll be honest. Hoping we're going to get another one in soon.
I want to do another Musandam one.
Yeah,
But I think Musandam is like a mid-March camp?
Yes.
Because you don't want it to be too cold.
But I can't go.
Why?
Still on finance. Still on finance, baby, over here.
But can you not? Do you not have a tent? Can you not hop in with people?
Yeah, probably.
But I understand because I haven't been to Matandam yet, by the way. I've seen it from Harry, from everybody.
Yeah, they all go. They all talk about the special spot that they got.
Because my car was on finance till last year. When I paid it off, it was done. But I refused to join any one of them, or I remember once Harry or Anton even told me hey, take the Armada. I just didn't want to because I felt like if I'm going camping without my setup, without my things, I won't even enjoy it.
It's like Toby coming on the RDC.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I would also not join the RDC
And
as a pass.
not use the radio for what the radio is to be used for.
What, did he just fart in it?
No, you just didn't answer.
No, actually, can I tell you one thing? He doesn't know how to use his mouth on a radio.
I think he doesn't know how to use his mouth.
He's like,
Because you can't understand an accent.
You have an accent?
Not that I know of. For me, nothing.
I had issues with my radio, to be fair. Like, my microphone was getting unplugged from because I've got it built in.
Now you need to understand, this is how RDC started. I got stuck. He tried to pull me through a dune with his winch. Declan's radio is not working.
Guys, this is why I don't do RDC.
Toby is not talking on his radio. My dad's first desert experience.
What?
We came through Al Qudra for
First desert experience in his life, and you took him to RDC, where things break down, people roll.
The Equinox track.
People roll.
Excuse me. This old girl here.
Yeah, she can't make it up high enough to want to roll anyways.
Oh, that is
You'd be surprised what this girl did in Liwa.
Honestly, I am. Yeah, we obviously won't talk about it, but I'm very pleasantly surprised with how well the Pajero did. Like, seriously.
No, we're not talking about it. We're not talking about it.
No.
Yeah, we just talked about it.
Outside of IDC, I am always very pleasantly surprised.
But that is something we need to put back onto the channel for when we do tutorials and stuff, is how to properly talk on a radio.
Yeah, Ruben.
Yeah, you must first learn how to do that.
First
before
do
you
a
teach
proper
someone.
British accent.
We've done a few,
and then pronounce your
tutorials
words.
on how to now set your radio up. Actually, for some reason, they're our best performing video on YouTube. So thanks.
Yeah, because there's no
everyone who watches
videos
that.
about the Baofangs, like the Chinese radios.
We just bought new ones. Have you seen the new
Is it
radios?
USB-C ones?
They're like.
small
Let me
one.
grab it.
While he's getting the radio, getting back to all this radio thing, you've been, 18 years. You've off-roaded for 6 years. What would you tell people who's just starting exploring into the wilderness, getting off the beaten track?
I think the thing that's annoyed me most for myself when I first started off is I remember getting the truck. Okay, so it is a Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road. So it basically had this yellow Bilstein suspension. They would fade after 15 minutes of driving. But that's not the point. The point is you need to drive your car, understand what's missing, understand what's bothering you, and upgrade as per requirement.
Yes.
I see it in
You mean not just because everyone else is doing
No.
the same upgrades and-
You can do that. But the thing is, if you're starting out new, so if I switched my Tacoma and I went for an FJ, I would still do the same thing because I don't know the FJ.
That's what I do.
And if I upgrade to the same thing of the Tacoma, so the Tacoma's got Kings, the Tacoma's got beadlocks, it's tuned, it's also a little bit modified. So if
This
I
is
do
how
the
we
same
brag.
thing,
This is quite an.
what?
This is how you brag about you.
But if I would go for an FJ, I could not do the same upgrades of the Tacoma because I have no clue how it reacts. I need to understand how the car reacts on the desert, so I feel confident in it.
Yeah, okay.
I've been in a situation, for example, where a friend of mine was on a slope that, to me, if I was in the Tacoma, I'd be laughing. I'd just literally turn left, accelerate, and I know my truck will rotate in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I asked him to do the same thing, and his car just went and then it started tipping, and I was like, oh shit, this isn't the same thing.
Yeah, okay.
I think people need to understand that it's nice to have the expensive stuff or the cool stuff, but if you really want to drive and understand how your car is, you need to understand what it needs. So, for example, my truck doesn't have very good front
But that's
entry.
on a truck to a car.
No. Same concept.
Because Toby learned immediately in this car,
But in all fairness, though,
and
one
I
thing.
don't think it detrimented him
Yeah,
that badly. The only place it detrimented him is
height.
height.
Yeah, no. So because one thing with the Jeep as well. Okay, it's got off-road tires, which I will have needed, and then the only other actual important upgrade was suspension that it already
You've
had.
got like a 3-inch lift on this.
Yeah, but with the suspension.
It's,
though.
it's actually low right now because he was
buried it
moving
in.
it buried
But
down.
so yeah, the only thing that's kind of hindered me is having the height on it, because now when I'm, I don't have, when we go overlanding, I don't have this idea in my head of, I need to be careful of that rock, I need to be careful, because I know I can just go straight over it. And before you got your suspension done, even I would like just glide straight up something, but because you were bottoming out, you'd struggle more. But
Yeah.
I'd say that's the only hindrance. But the only other stuff that's been done has been somewhat cosmetic. Like I've got I've got the steel rear bumper.
Yes.
That's just, these are things I would have done on day one anyway, because I've seen what's happened in other people's cars where they've ripped it off the first time they've
Right.
been to the
So
desert, you know?
my whole
But
point
like
is
one thing I haven't done yet, which I would like to look into doing, is tuning. Like tuning upgrades. to
right.
the
So
car.
I would recommend tuning when you're into when you have something that is
Missing.
negative.
Yeah.
So for example, she's 2016.
Yeah.
Right. And Toyota from 2016 onwards on these cars started putting let's call it a soft limiter.
Yeah. Which
So-
is what I've got mine
Right.
on.
So the RPM goes to 6K. Once it hits 6.1, it bogs down to 2K.
Yep.
So if you're side sloping or on a crest and you hit one time, all that power is gone.
It's
FYI, I drove like this for 5 years.
I'm still driving like it, and I've been driving like it for 5 years.
I learned how
I
to.
only really felt it probably because I've taught myself to drive to sit under it. The only time it affects me is things like RDC, NACRA, Swayhan, where I want to go and crest big bowls and I want to go in fourth gear and I want to bounce on the rev limiter.
Exactly.
I right now have to hold a lower gear and try and sit right and keep the revolution going.
Trust me, when I did NACRA this before, same thing. I was watching I got to a point where I heard the exhaust, so
Yeah.
I knew when it was getting dangerous.
Yeah.
But for example, in NACRA, you have like 3 little dips before the dune starts. On those 3 little dips, if I went a bit too fast, I'd catch air. If I'd catch air, tires will rotate.
Yeah.
Tires will rotate, RPM is gone, bounce, I lost all my power.
Yeah.
So-
Which I've only just done the suspension on this, so when I was first doing it, I had that issue. Then I put the suspension on now. Now I can hit NACRA better because I don't bounce, I don't take off as much.
Exactly.
Even with the limiter still on.
But that shows you.
But we only just learned that your car doesn't have a limiter, does it?
No.
We were at
standard.
camp for
No,
New
it's
Year's.
correct. But do you know that your car has a tune that's called the Omani hack,
I don't know what this
and
is.
it
You need to tell
becomes
me
an
more.
absolute monster with that hack. But your engine will not live more than like 20,000 kilometers after it. It will bust.
It's now 305.
No, after you get the hack.
No, I know.
But if it's already
How
at
many?
300, it served you well.
300,000.
Time for a new engine.
300K.
Enjoy it.
I'm still babying it through.
Yeah.
Maybe
No,
another
so
year,
actually,
year and a half.
you're raising a good point about the limiter, because that is one thing when I'm talking about tuning. That's what I want to get done on the Jeep.
But you
next.
don't have a.
I
Toby,
do.
have you
I do
have
have a
you hit
limiter.
the limiter on your Jeep?
Yeah, I have a limiter, and it's so annoying because it's not as bad as it is on the Toyota.
What does it do?
It like soft cuts a little. It
Go
soft
turn
cuts a
your engine
little.
on now and just hold
Well,
it.
if I do it,
Sometimes
no,
it won't make a
No,
difference.
no.
Sometimes
So
the
if
drive
I
is
do
different.
it,
Jeep
no, if I-
doesn't rev in neutral.
yeah, in
Yeah,
neutral,
yeah.
it just goes up to 3,000, 3.5K, and then it drops again.
That's boring.
Yeah, it sucks. But when I'm actually driving,
I
it
think
will
you
go
buy
up.
392.
It will go up to the max, but it won't go near the red line, and then it will just like soft cut out a little bit. It's
Yeah,
very
okay.
frustrating.
Right,
So-
so I've noticed
Or
since I got the tune.
Even in a manual, even when I'm, I know it's not
No, manual has no issues.
even in the manual, sometimes
Oh.
it doesn't let me change gear when I'm
Manual mode.
at the high.
Right, so just so you
Revs.
know, that is different from a engine tune. That is
Yeah.
also a transmission tune.
Yeah.
Okay,
so when I
so-
got mine unlocked, they also unlocked my 5th gear on 4
Yes.
low.
Which is
Okay.
what I also want to get unlocked on my 4-low. I want to get 5th gear unlocked.
So getting back to what we started talking about. So you're
Okay.
telling people, learn your car before upgrading.
Do not upgrade. So specifically, don't upgrade suspension until you have like 10, 15 drives in with the club.
Agreed.
This is like I think it's a golden rule.
You both of you started with clubs. I never did a club. I went out driving with like Andy and the guys, like a couple of friends who'd been driving for years, and they taught me. And then you kind of came out with us as well and did some same. But
Yeah.
you started with almost 4x4,
Almost 4x4.
and you were
Arabian off-roaders.
Arabian off-roaders.
But
and
I
you
think-
you talk highly of them quite a lot. Don't you?
Yeah, but because they took me in when I didn't really know how to drive
Yeah.
at all, right? I have zero experience. And it is, look, so you can learn from your friends, but then if your friends make mistakes, you learn their mistakes too.
Exactly.
But if you learn from a club that is used to teaching so many people,
Yeah.
then it is structured
Yes.
and you are able to do it much faster.
Yes.
This
So-
is the same thing
Which
that I
we
really enjoyed, but from almost 4x4 as well. Really
No, they're great.
strict-
Almost 4x4 is Sharjah based. They are amazing.
Really strict on convoy etiquette,
Yep,
really
yep.
strict on radio. The biggest thing was their club member drive, where they bring you in a circle. The guy literally has Hot Wheels cars.
Yeah.
They make tunes in the sand and they tell you, this is what you do, this you don't do.
Like
And
it
it's
sounds,
visually-
it sounds silly,
Yeah, but
and
visually it's
it
impactful.
sounds stupid. Like, oh, hey, I'm a grown up. I don't want to listen to someone, or I don't need someone to teach me. I can just go with
I
friends
don't
and
know, I know
discover
how to
it.
drive. I've got a driving license.
And then
Yeah,
one roll is enough to fucking teach you a lesson.
And then you call that little sticker you see under the bridge for tow truck. And then on your way back home.
To go back on to Mario, you know how you're saying like you teach your friends learn your mistakes, right?
Yeah,
Yaku has come out with us every single time.
yeah.
We went for that drive that afternoon, the four of us with Donne, remember? And we were driving. And we were just practicing, literally like slip faces, coming up to the bottom of them, and just practicing getting up so we could do recoveries. Because if you're a GPS car, all right, normally you would reverse down it, right? And you come down the other side. But we were trying to practice kind of pulling someone over
That is
a tube
interesting.
instead.
Okay.
Because you want to reduce your
For the
mileage.
sake of the RDC.
Yeah, but because of like physics,
It was
it's
only
not
for the RDC.
easiest.
Yeah,
It was only for the
but you
RDC.
get
Yeah.
yourself, you can't do it every time. You want to try and get yourself enough up, right?
Yeah.
To
But also to
kind
be
of
fair,
have most of your car up so you
when-
can pull the rest away.
when we went out with him, Declan got stuck. I'm going to say on purpose. You got stuck on purpose.
I think it's stuck on purpose.
Oh yeah, it's always on
on
purpose.
on purpose.
It's always on purpose.
Yaku pulled him. I got in the car with Yaku. Yaku pulled him out, and it was Yaku's first pull to pull another car.
But do you guys understand also that Yaku has an advantage most people don't?
Yeah, because he was
Yes.
passenger for a long time.
Because
For like
he's sat-
43
Yeah,
years,
which
maybe.
makes a huge difference.
Yes.
You understand? Thing is,
To go, hang on,
off-roading
I
is all
want
about
to
feeds.
get onto my point because you were the one who brought it up with us. With afterwards when we were all chatting. Obviously, we then taught Yaku a few bits and bobs before the RDC. He was fresh to it, but he had an advantage, so it helped, which is why I did it. And he, honestly, I cannot say enough, he absolutely smashed
Yeah.
the RDC.
Oh yeah, cool.
Like
Like big ups to him.
big up Yaku for that drive. It was incredible. But because we were learning these slip faces, I said to Yaku at that point, on that day we went out, come to the bottom of it, slow down as you get to the bottom of it, like come to a bit of a stop, and then just accelerate up and just get a feel for your car. Learn your gears. Don't come crashing into it and going crazy, right? We did the RDC, and he was doing the same technique, but you can't do that on the big
Correct.
slip
Need
face.
momentum.
You need a lot more momentum.
And also little things like I was talking to
Yeah.
him about like the angle of your car. Like you know, even if you've got a slow car like the Jeep, right? If I put my foot down, the front still comes up a little bit.
Correct.
And it's in those situations if you're coming down and you hammer on the brake, you're going to go down.
Correct.
Yeah.
And if you don't have enough to come out, you're just going to bottom out at the bottom. So I said
And
to
it
him,
was
just use
those-
that extra little
Declan, there's different styles, right? There's different levels to driving. Can we agree?
Yes, there is.
Okay, so you've got the people that can go in the desert and follow someone in between, like on the Sabkas or in between the dunes, right? And then you've got some people who can follow the person that goes from the Sabka and just climbs the slope a little bit,
Yeah.
right? And then you get to the point where, okay, you can go up and then maybe crest and go on the other side, right? But when you go to clubs, you're learning this as steps, right? And then you get to the point where you're literally going from crest to crest,
Yes.
to crest
Yes.
to crest. Now, you really think that if someone doesn't take the time to actually teach that, that cannot be taught just by following someone.
No.
No, you're right. Because if
Like,
you're
for
no,
example,
this is the problem.
like you've seen us sometimes
We did.
when we would go out. Sorry,
Oh, God.
normally we'd go like, let's say, to Swehan.
Yeah.
We'd go as like 14 people,
Yeah.
and then we end up sort of like separating
Separating.
after we get into camp.
Because you do.
Because some of us are comfortable doing this like crest to crest to going to high speed,
Yeah, yeah.
potential jumps here and there. So we know how to react.
Yeah.
And then the others go in another convoy where they're also having fun. But then
it's
why do they never join us? Because it's not something that you could just learn without actually doing like lessons, targeted
learning
lessons.
it, properly
Targeting
learning it.
And targeting to learn it and learning how to do
Exactly. Like you need to
And
understand.
that's where
I need
some
to
of
be
these
better at
off-roading
this.
groups- it. They teach you this stuff.
But even with this though, because one thing I'll bring up, because I know I don't come out as much now, but for me, I could very happily, and I have done many times, just followed you and had no issue because I know in my mind whatever the FJ can do, I can do in the Jeep, and I know there's an element
But
to the
there's-
driver,
but
and
there's a difference of trust.
there's a
It's
trust
It's not only
element, and
trust,
I know
it's because you've got the race. So if Declan crests, you can go through.
this is what I mean.
without-
So for me, I'm very comfortable following, being like, yeah, if he's doing it, I can do it. And there's been one or two occasions where I've had the wrong angle and I've said, actually, I don't want to do it now, only because I can't see him in front of me doing it at that moment
Yeah.
for me to follow his every move. And in those situations, I'm not comfortable just going off doing my own thing.
But that's where we go back to Yaku and we say about how good he did on the RDC.
Yeah.
We swapped a whole strategy round. Ruben took over lead from me.
We don't want to go too much into this.
No, but he took over lead from me and was absolutely hounding the track.
So
ahead
why
of
don't we
us
give him some props
and
as
doing,
well?
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
Ruben
100%.
was
Ruben is props, yeah.
Like Ruben did such a good job, and we want to touch on it properly. But then I basically said to Yaku, you're driving the same car as me. Stick to my ass the whole way. Keep my speed. Follow us. And the only 1 or 2 times that he struggled was only when we multiple crests on a couple of sections.
Yeah.
But
That's just-
all
that's
about
just confidence.
feel.
It's
That's
confidence.
No, it's also feel.
It
You
is
need to
feel.
know how your car feels.
Yeah. He's
and
never
how
done that.
So, for
He's never
example,
done that.
your car could feel like it's about to get off the crest.
Yeah.
But you know it won't because
Yeah.
you've practiced
Yeah.
it. So it's sort of knowing your car and ignoring how your body feels sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, again, he did a great job, and we'll talk to him in the next episode, I think, and we'll get a whole down low on how his experience
Yeah,
was.
100%.
He was super nervous.
But getting back to what I was going to say when you didn't give me chance to speak.
There we go.
You can follow Declan because you've got the race suspension. I can't always follow the same line
Yeah.
because I'm much lower to the ground because this is still stock suspension.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's doing the same thing at a different. Also, gearing is completely different.
This
You
is the
guys are
thing,
driving
yeah.
third, second gear. I'm in first gear.
Yeah.
Because of my longer gear ratios.
Yeah.
But this is also coming back to what Mario said. Learn your car
Yes.
before doing the
Before
upgrades.
doing
that you
crazy.
want-
Because
want
also
to
you
do.
could be in 4 low, and then you could use third gear and you could catch up. So this
Yes,
could be
exactly.
another thing. Because
Yeah,
so
exactly.
for example, you don't drive in 4 low.
Well, in RDC I did.
Okay, and but that's
in
when.
RDC, Ruben, I tell you now, he turned into a beast.
But is
that
that
no one
when
has
you
ever
started?
seen. Day 2, he went back to his calm, collected. I'm Ruben.
I
I'm
like
chill.
chilling in the back. I like just swerving
Yeah,
around,
yeah.
following the same line.
So for example, going up Nakra,
Yeah.
right? So you've got like a V8 in front of you, the Tacoma in front of you, and then another like Harry's FJ in front of us.
Yeah.
And then we're just hammering it up. Okay, at that point, do you say I'm gonna follow everything they do, or do you say even if they go, I can just follow? That's 2 separate mentalities.
It is.
There's 3 mentalities. There's following it, there's saying it, and then there's a guy that says, do I want to go up?
Exactly.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah,
nice going
exactly.
up, but
I think it depends on the setup. Like, I enjoyed the kind of razzing and the crazy kind of pushing crests a lot, and like doing that kind of driving with Andy and that. Like, when we used to go out. Do you remember when we used to go out with like Andy and Tom, and we used to do those kind of crazy drives? I loved it. Now I like having the roof tent on and my big water container that you slagged off in the back, and the roof rack, and I like having all the gear in the car. And I'm not bothered by going. If we go to Swayhan camping, cool, I'll drive a few dunes, but I'm not bothered by going and cresting every other dune because I'm there to enjoy being in the desert,
I get
spending
you.
time with my
no,
friends.
but I think this is a really important
unwinding.
point. It's for people to not be pressured to follow the guy in front of you.
Exactly.
Correct.
If you're uncomfortable, go around the dune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the whole point I'm trying to make, is that you don't have to. So, okay, look, I have an ego. So when we're in the desert and I see someone do something, I'm
Very
going to do it.
small.
I'm going to do it just because I cannot allow someone to do something I can't do. There's no way I can do it. I'll fucking do it.
Yeah.
Nakra,
That's culture, though.
that's the thing, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But like Nakra, every year when we go, I make sure that I'm part of whatever first trip to Swayhan there is. And I make sure that I'm the first one up Nakra for the last 2 years.
And then you lose your
because you don't want to be called a
truckies, yeah?
pavement special.
Because I just want to say to myself that I'm the first one that did it between
Yeah.
us.
Mario,
Yeah,
but then you lose your car key as well in Nakra.
Do you remember that? That was hilarious.
The panic. At least
My
his car was
God.
on. You
Yeah.
couldn't find the key.
Yeah, I mean, my thought at that.
Are you-
so
are you
my
keyless?
key was in
Is it keyless?
Yannick's car. It fell off because his car bounces all over the place. But my whole thought process was, I can't find the key. I'm not camping here tonight.
Yeah.
I'm literally gonna keep it on because you can drive it without the key.
Yeah.
But when you turn it off, it's not turning back on again.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm driving it back home. To Dubai. I don't know where, but I'm driving it out. I'm not like, we're not finding this key because I don't have anything with the key. It was back in the time where I was like, oh, I like the sleek look. I just want the fob. Yeah, like before that, I had like a long lanyard with it, which I put back now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
I've actually changed. I've gone completely like old school.
Just key.
I don't even have the button on my one anymore.
Is that a choice?
I've chosen to take out just the plain key, no buttons, no central locking on it, and on that I just have that because the plastic Toyota key, the old black fob one
With the 2 buttons.
with the 2 buttons.
It
They
breaks,
break
yeah.
so easily, and once it breaks, that's it. You can't start your engine. So I take that other one out because it's like a like little resin like end, and I'm like, it's fine. My car will always start.
Do you not have
I
a
take
clamp?
that off
What do you call it? Not the clamp, like a...
Go pliers.
Yeah, so worst case, pliers, turn.
Yeah, but
When we go camp, I lost my keys once. It was before I came out camping with you guys, and I panicked. Now, if I stop, I switch off, I leave my key in the ignition.
yeah. So
I don't
put-
have an ignition to keep it in,
Don't
so
take it out of
mine
the
is on
car, it
door,
stays in the
always.
ignition.
Mine's always
I
in the
put
ignition.
I tied a lanyard to this left side of my thing, and when I finish, I clip it to the lanyard, and it's
Yeah.
tied there, and my key stayed tied to the lanyard now all the time.
That's
Just one thing you said, Ruben. Tell us about what you saw when you were camping.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, snake. Really proper snake. I think there's a photo that Harry shared the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll overlay it now.
We can edit it in, yeah? We actually packed up early morning, Vale and I, we had to go home. And I didn't want to wake anyone up because we left before everyone else woke up.
yeah.
And as I reached, because we've got the tent that zips onto the awning. So as I reached behind the tent
Yeah.
to pull it away from the car, as I pull, the snake sits there and looks at me. Can't scream. Because everyone's still sleeping. And I go to my wife and I say, snake! Snake! Oh, bro, it was panic.
Yeah, you probably
I think
panicked her by
Paige-
saying that.
It was non-venomous, but
Yeah.
I think Paige picked it up the next morning, didn't she?
Yeah, they picked it up, yeah.
Paige picked it up. Then.
Yeah, if Paige was there, I wouldn't worry. Honestly, Paige, if,
But they
if
were
you're
all
watching
sleeping.
this, you're the only person I would trust with any bug, any snake, anything.
And then on the way home, I messaged Harry saying, hey, just FYI, there's a snake, be careful. And then Yannick said he saw the message, he went to his swag, lifted up, then the snake was there.
Is it?
It left
So
my...
it must be
it
been
left
looking for space to
for
go
heat.
under.
Warm.
for heat, yeah.
Because normally what? Scorpions, snakes, and like camel spiders. When it gets proper cold, they like to, like scorpions, I know they burrow and they group up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
To get warm.
I
Snakes
know-
will also want
I
warm.
know we're not talking RDC, the size of the
Oh
scorpion.
my god, yeah.
Wait, which one though? Is it the
Black
Death Stalker?
No,
Black
Black
Stalker.
Scorpion.
Right, okay.
It wasn't a Death Stalker, no. It's just a big black scorpion. Like
Also,
not.
It
It
was...
was like
of Yannick,
a
it
bee
was
sting.
proper.
Yannick
sting.
also, once Gabby got out of the tent, he was like, I think he was already out of the tent. So she got out and she sees she sees a flipping Death Stalker. And then we caught it. And Paige catches it, I think.
To put it in perspective, this scorpion, you could have saddled it up and rode it out of the
No, that big.
Well, it was. You
Like
could have.
scorpion
you
skin kind of things.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I think we can close off with this. Keep an eye on socials. We're heading off to Liwa again
Yes.
for a camping session.
Yes, are you coming?
Are you coming?
I need to see because I work on Saturdays.
It's fun, inshallah.
I can
You coming?
take the day off, but I need to see.
You coming?
Maybe, let's see.
Come on.
Let's see.
Yeah.
we
So
got a big
keep a
Liwa
lot of
trip.
photos, a lot of
I've
videos.
organised all of that. Big Liwa trip. Looking forward to it. RDC content coming up. Desert Dudes interview coming up.
Check out our sponsors.
Yes.
Yep, check out our sponsors.
Yeah.
Yep, that's them.
All the sponsors here. So for the
Scrub
event
Up.
recently, we were sponsored by Scrub Up, Pure Earth,
Off-road rope.
the Off-Road Rope,
It's a lot of
and
rentals
Amped.
and
Yep,
That is Radio Chatter. We have been Ventrax Off-Road. Good night.
good night. Or
thanks
good
for coming,
afternoon, or
Mario.
good morning,
Night.
wherever
Thanks for
you're
having
watching
me, guys.
Thanks for coming. It was,
Thanks,
it was a
enjoy it.
pleasure.
Yeah, it was good fun. Let's go.
this. Bye.
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 Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Let's go. Bottle in my hand. Let that engine roar loud. The sky's rising. We're tearing up the land. Pedal to the metal. Off-road. Let the thing look proud. Land tracks tearing up the ground.